I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review. There's another paid request, this time for Guillermo. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any other type of videos, topics, reactions, reviews, re-reviews, what have you, feel free to send them either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for Sanatorium. I keep wanting to say with the Metallica song in my head, Sanatorium, but Sanatorium. I think the difference is just depending where you live. I want to say in North America is Sanatorium, but then Sanatorium might be like the more Latin version of the word. I don't know for certain. For one, Sanatorium, I think they're the same thing, but it's Sanatorium. And some places say this is 2014, and other places say this is 2013. I'm just going to say 2013 for sake of argument, but again, some places say 2014. There's another found footage film, and to be perfectly honest, I don't know what I could say about this because it's incredibly generic and cliche. It's very generic and cliche. A ghost hunting team, 5-person crew, show called Ghost Trackers. It's supposed to be their 100th episode that they're going to do. They go to this haunted place called Hillcrest Sanatorium, where in 1955 a patient left his room and killed 3 kids who were in the children's ward. And then also apparently thousands of people also died in that area. I forget how, honestly. Because this is one of those films, just go watch Grave Encounters. Go watch, I don't like Grave Encounters too, but I would rather watch it. This is just, there are many other found footage films that have done this, where it's people in a place that's supposed to be haunted, and even that they're doing a reality show, they're doing a ghost hunting show. This really doesn't do anything new, interesting, crazy. Grave Encounters, at least that was flashy. At least that was kind of, while some of the effects don't work the best, it tried to be gun-ho and being big. People call it flashy. At least it did try to do something. Or you know what? I would rather watch the St. Francisville Experiment, which came out like a year or two after the Blair Witch Project from, was it Trimark? It was like 4 or so people go into a house. Again, supposed to determine whether it's haunted or not. It was trying to do like the simple stuff that this film did, but it did it before this, so there you go. I don't know, St. Francisville Experiment, for some reason that was always a film I never minded. I'd have to watch it again to determine in better verbiage as to why that is, but I just remember not minding it. I think I also remember, wow, this is a film where no one dies. That's a change of pace. Why? Sorry, I just spoiled that movie for you. But I mean, I don't know, it was like simple, but try to do that ghost hunter thing. But what if ghosts were real? I thought it did it more simple, but more decent than a lot of these movies that try to be. As you can tell, I'm floundering on this review. I apologize because I'm sitting there, I'm going. The actors are there. There's not much I can say about the characters. One is pregnant. They go there. They're supposed to be at their 100th episode, but they don't fucking seem like it because for 100 episodes, it seems like they still don't know what the fuck they're doing. I could be absolutely wrong, but I swear to God, I thought I saw someone, or I heard someone say infrared when it's fucking night vision. I don't put some infrared. I could be wrong. My mind could be playing tricks on me. Maybe a ghost whispered that in my ear. But I swear there was a point someone said, I want to put some infrared. And it's like, that's not infrared. Infrared's like predator vision. This is night vision. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Blame that on me. And my not paying attention. Because it's typical. It's cliche. It's like Grave Encounters was a hit. They did all these, like, there's a film called Evil Things. There's all these other films that did this. And, hey, Grave Encounters, people talked about, let's do another, we're going to do a movie where people, again, ghost hunter type, in an asylum, in this case, Sanatorium. Nothing happens for a good chunk of it. Guy gets on a gurney, it collapses. I don't mind the idea of this, a guy flashing pictures, and of the flashes, you see a shadow of a claw getting closer and closer. I like that idea. Put in a better movie or more interesting or with really intriguing characters. Or characters that are to really relate to. Or a story or a plot or a gimmick or something that really pulls me in or gets me involved or makes it seem more unique. And it just, if you've seen this, you've seen it a dozen times. And it just makes you question, like, okay, after 100 episodes, would they still be telling an audience this is what an EMF reader is? After 100 episodes, are you still going to tell people that? If you're going to do a slow burn, like I said, you either need to give us interesting or fun or likable or relatable characters or impress us with some fancy footwork or be flashy or be expertly crafting that suspense. And to me, this doesn't do any of that. It's just, it goes day by day. Not a whole lot's happening. Like I said, a guy gets on a gurney, it collapses. The claw thing looked cool. They hear radio in the bathroom playing music. Then it gets to the last day, which is New Year's. Like I said, one of our characters is pregnant. That's really all I could tell you about these characters. That is day 4. One girl steps on a nail. The readers, the detections are going off. A guy sits in a room in a chair. He gets up, he walks out. As he walks out, the chair moves. Which I saw that shit in... I saw tons of shit move in Grave Encounters. I saw a chair move in the St. Francisville Experiment. That was like in 2000 that came out. Guy goes back. He feels the spot. He gets attacked and lifted up. Disappears. Now there's 4 people left. One's back looking at the monitors. The other 3 are together. One guy, something's playing with his coat. They run off. They split up. I just, they got so freaked out after doing 100 episodes. Fuck, even, you know, I know a lot of this show is bullshit, but I remember the TV show Ghost Hunters. And there's a point where 2 of them got scared and ran out, and the 2 leaders yelled at them saying, what the... They didn't say fuck, but what the fuck are you guys doing? Supposed to be professionals. You guys are running out here? Did you guys saw something hold on you? It's an idea that's scary, but you're doing a ghost hunting show and you're at 100 episodes. If someone's pulling on me, like, wow, cool, look at this. Now, if he smacks me, I'd be pissed. I'd be more pissed than scared. But I'd be excited, like, wow, I'm doing ghost hunting. If my purpose is to do fucking ghost hunting, and wow, there's a ghost, I'd be excited. Because, yes, you would not assume a ghost would kill you, because I don't know how many people have died from a ghost. Like, how many recorded, factual recordings are there that someone died from a ghost? Especially in these, like, there's like 50 fucking thousand ghost hunting shows. How many of them have had a person die from a ghost? That's kind of where my mind goes to. But they split up accidentally, I guess you could say, because they're scared. They look at a monitor. The one guy got his coat pulled. He wanders to a freezer, and the door closes behind him. So the other two go. They open up the freezer. There's no one there, but there's a pile of blood by the corner. So now there's 3 people left. I did one at the base of operations, and the pregnant girl, and the guy who's holding the camera most of it, and being kind of annoying. The guy holding the camera, was it Adam? Mark. I think his name was Mark. I think, yeah, Mark. He was kind of annoying, the way he behaved at times. Irritating. They hear their buddy's voice. They go towards it, but they can't find it. Again, we've seen that all before. The Blair Witch Project. Remember the ending? If not, or if you didn't like the film, Heather and Mike went into the house. They hear Josh's voice. They go upstairs, then they go downstairs. So they keep hearing Josh's voice. That's been done a lot of times. They can't find the guy. One person disappears. There's 2 of them left. The 2 of them get outside. They get in the fucking car. They could drive away. No. They see someone go into the house. The girl runs off. The guy chases after her. The guy gets grabbed, pulled in the snow to his death. It's just the girl by herself. She looks around. There's a bit of rumbling. Some stuff falls from the ceiling. She gets grabbed. You see she's kind of going backwards. She gets lifted up, hits the ceiling, dragged away. We see a POV of her camera being dragged away her feet. And this is a decent way it's shot, where she's being pulled back and the visceralness of the blood flying everywhere and her being lifted up and killed. And you get the idea, the last spoilers, sorry, that POV, she's hung upside, because all the other people she finds hung like from a meat hook. It's not exactly a meat hook, but kind of like it, on the ceiling. She's the same way, her head's down, bleeding, dead. Movie's over. Ends like a typical found footage film, as in, 95% of them, everybody dies. So there's nothing unique at the ending. Like I said, I guess if you're such a huge found footage guy, and you need to see all of them, if you're such a huge fan of films like Grave Encounters, where the story's about a paranormal team in a haunted building, and you need to see every movie of that nature, I guess go ahead. Positives: there isn't any bad effects. It is trying to do the slow burn, so if you more into the slow burn and sort of simple things happening, maybe this would be more towards your liking. It's just with Sanatorium, I'm watching this, I'm going, I feel like I've seen this film a dozen times. Maybe because by this point I've seen over 100 found footage films. And yeah, I have seen this done a dozen times. And like I said, there's really nothing to it I like the moment where the guy taking the pictures and the flashes. Each time it flashes, you see a claw getting closer and closer, like a shadow. I like that moment. And the very end, I like the way it's shot, where it looks like someone's being dragged, picked up, and like hung. The way that was shot, I didn't mind. That's really it. There's really nothing more I could say about it. It's funny. When my friend Michael CP, when he catches up with requests, I might send a few to him about some of these found footage films. Maybe send him some of the bad ones first. And then, some of the good ones. Like, you thought those were bad? Now here's some good ones. Here's Savage Land. Here's Butterfly Kisses. Here's some good ones. But you did the bad ones first. At least 5 of them. But that'll be down the road. But yeah. If you don't know who that is, that's a good friend of mine on YouTube, Mike OCP. As you see, now I'm going on random tangents. Sanatorium. Oh, that's another thing. I almost forgot. This is an After Dark film. What is After Dark? After Dark is a company where they started off with these festivals where for a few days each year they would have these 8 films to die for, 8 independent horror films that you would watch in the span of a few days. And of those 8 films to die for, and that lasted quite a few years, there were only a couple worth of shit. The Deaths of Ian Stone, Lake Mungo, which is a better found footage movie than this. I could watch Butterfly Effect 3 for what it is. Frontiers, I think, is kind of with that, maybe. But, like, those are the only one. I could be wrong on that last one, but I know Deaths of Ian Stone and Lake Mungo and Butterfly Effect 3. Those are ones I remember not minding. The rest, I didn't give a shit. And then they kind of gave up on the 8 films to die for, and now they're just a production company releasing stuff, and they release some horror like this and some action. And some of their action's been pretty lousy, like Stash House with Dolph Lundgren as the bad guy. That was a lame film. I think they released one with Scott Adkins, which was El Gringo, I believe. Could be wrong, which like it wasn't really big on that. So yeah, After Dark is not really one of the best companies out there, at least for me. So guess I should have known with After Dark releasing it. But I don't know what else to say. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.